Hello and welcome. I'm Peaceful Nick the Medium, and today I want to talk about clairs. In mediumship, the practice of connecting with the spirit realm often involves various forms of sensory perceptions known as clairs. These clairs derive from the French word for clear. This represents different ways through which mediums receive information from the spirit world. What we're going to talk about today are the various clairs and how mediums get their information to communicate with spirit. Mediumship has fascinated cultures throughout history, with mediums claiming to communicate with spirits that convey messages from the other side, or the spirit world, or heaven, however you wish to define it. One intriguing aspect of mediumship is the concept of clairs, which is a set of intuitive senses that facilitate the reception of information beyond ordinary perception. In my opinion, we all have the ability to use our clairs. We just have to practice and learn. The clairs are considered channels through which mediums receive insight, messages, and impressions from the spirit realm. The first clair we're going to talk about is clairvoyance. So we are going to talk about a range of psychic senses or mediumship abilities associated with different modes of perception. So clairvoyance is clear seeing. You can see things inside your head or outside of your head. I personally, most of the time, see everything inside of my head, but I have been working with my guides to help me see things outside of my head with limitations. I don't want to be scared by seeing something unexpected walking through my home, which has happened to me before. And that is why I've asked the spirit world, just give me a little bit when I ask for it. I don't want to suddenly see full figures walking around because it is a little scary to suddenly see a spirit walking through your house unexpectedly. So with clear seeing, you can see scenes that are not physically present. You can see scenes from the past and scenes that may have happened earlier this morning. And as far as psychic senses are concerned, you can use your clairvoyance to see the future, scenes of things that may happen. We can receive this visual information as glimpses of spirits, symbols, events, past, present, or future, depending on the type of reading we're doing. And you can get this as a picture or a video. When I first started my mediumship, all of my clairvoyance was in the form of pure, clear video through my head, like I was watching a movie inside my head. And it was amazing. It was shocking and amazing, and I still use that today with limits. So I don't want to wear myself out by just constantly seeing full videos. So you have to kind of ask your spirit guides to limit it when it's necessary. The next clair we're going to talk about is clairaudience or clear hearing. And that is when you can hear sounds, voices, messages that originate from the spirit realm. And again, you can hear them in your head or outside of your head. And it takes practice to determine if what you're hearing is your own mind or someone from spirit. Now, if you're doing a reading and you're doing a reading with a client, most often you're going to have your clairaudience will be from the spirit realm. But if you're just in your daily life and you start hearing things in your head, you need to know, is that me? Is that my mind? Are those my thoughts? Or are spirits trying to communicate? And then you have to have boundaries to know that they can't just talk to you anytime. That's a whole other scenario that we can talk about when we talk about boundaries in another class. Mediums with clairaudient abilities might hear words, phrases, complete sentences, sounds, sirens, beeping, ear ringing, all of those types of things are considered clairaudience. The next clair we're going to talk about is clairsentience, clear feeling. It's the ability to sense emotions, energies, and physical sensations. I have a lot of clairsentience. I've had it my whole life and didn't realize it. I had a lot of these clairs my whole life and didn't realize it. But I can feel the chest pain of someone. I have felt other life-ending injuries that have happened to people in certain areas of their body. Kidney pain, I can feel like a punch in the back where my kidneys are. A lot of emotional feelings. I can sense the emotions of the sitter in front of me and of their loved ones in spirit. So feeling, it can be emotional or physical. Mediums with this gift might feel all different varieties. Some mediums will feel more physical feelings, some mediums will feel more emotional feelings. But if you practice, you can gear it towards what's best for your mediumship practice. The next clair is claircognizance. This, I think a lot more people have this ability than know it. I thought growing up, everybody had claircognizance and had no idea that everybody doesn't have claircognizance. And it was shocking to me when I became a trained medium that everybody doesn't know everything that's going to happen all the time. I just kind of always sensed and knew what was happening around me. And it's really not something everybody has. And I didn't know that. So it's claircognizance is basically the knowledge is in your head of what's going to happen or what is happening or what has happened. The knowledge is in your head and you don't know why. You don't know how it got there. You just know something. It's clear knowing. It's knowledge. You have no idea how you knew it. So we can receive these insights without an external source, without reading it somewhere, without hearing it somewhere, without watching it on a news program or video. We just know things that are going to happen in our daily life and sometimes around the world. And we have no idea how it gets there. It just does. That's claircognizance. Then we have something that is probably my least developed clair. The two last ones I'm going to talk about are clairaugustance and clairalience. These are linked together because tasting and smelling go through the olfactory senses and they're linked together. So this is something that I sometimes will get a smell. I don't know that I've ever had an actual taste in a reading that I've noticed, but this is less common, but it is significant. Often I hear people say, I smell my father's cologne, or I smell the smell of his cigars, or I can smell my mom's perfume or her favorite flower. That is clairalience. So that is the smell going by you so you can pick up on it in your daily life to know that your loved ones in spirit are around you. And in a mediumship reading, if you're tasting and smelling things, this is part of the evidence you want to provide to your sitter or client from the spirit world. And these clairs, some people have them, some people never develop them, but it is recommended to try to develop all your clairs as much as possible so you can have more well-rounded readings with your clients or sitters. So what are the significance of clairs? Well, they do play a crucial role in mediumship by enhancing the depth and specificity of the communication between the physical and spirit realms. They provide us mediums, and hopefully you, with a diverse range of sensory perceptions to validate the presence of spirits and their messages accurately. They offer comfort to people who are suffering from the loss of a loved one. So how can you strengthen your clairs? Well, you can take classes. I teach all about the clairs in my mediumship classes. There are different exercises we do to develop and refine your clair abilities through different practices, meditation, mindfulness, energy work, many, 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 many ways you can strengthen your clairs. There are ethical responsibilities when it comes to using your clairs. For me, I only use my clairs when I am sitting down to do a reading or when someone specifically asks me to. I'm not a person who's just going to go out into the world and use my clairs to my advantage to harm others or to take advantage of a situation. That would be unethical. So in conclusion, the clairs and mediumship provide a fascinating insight into the ways in which mediums perceive communication with the spirit world or realm. These senses enable us as mediums to bridge the gap between the material and spiritual world. They offer us comfort, guidance, and connection to those who are seeking solace and understanding. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed this video about clairs. You can email me any questions at peacefulnik, N-I-K, themedium@gmail.com, or you can book any of my services on my website, peacefulnik, N-I-K, themedium.com. I hope you have a wonderful and peaceful day.